Snap.
We're here.
Live. Day 3. It's our last day here at BETC Paris. The Breaking and Entering live show. Advertising, marketing news of the day. The biggest news you need to know at this exact moment. And we got a big guest list today. Some power players, I would say, Gino.
I would agree with that, Jack. How do I pronounce the first guest's name?
How do you pronounce the first guest name? Gino, that would be Mihnea Gheorghiu.
That's going to be
Gheorghiu. Gheorghiu. Gheorghiu.
Yeah, that's going to be tough for me.
That's good.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Well, he's a big deal. He's the global CCO of Le Pub, and Le Pub Milan just won Agency of the Year at Cannes Lions.
Yes, they did.
Have you ever heard of it?
Yes, I have.
And then after that, we have Laurent Ezekiel. He'll be joining as the global CEO of Ogilvy. They just won Agency Network of the Year, so big win for them. Always a pleasure to chat with Laurent. And then finally, we've got Florent Imbert, the co-founder of Maison, BETC. It's like the United States outpost for the crew here. So he'll be joining the chat with us. It'll be great. They got some cool stuff. They're doing work with like Japanese whiskey.
Yeah, Hibiki.
Hibiki.
That's the good stuff.
They got some good logo, good branding situation going on there. I feel like it's pretty recognizable.
Before we departed for Cannes, I believe the B&E team took a shot of Hibiki.
Yeah, of course.
Before we started our travels.
It's a good luck charm.
Yes. And then when we get back, we'll take one.
Yeah, you got to round it up.
Yeah.
You start and you finish. It's like you take off your shoes when you come in the house.
It's a whole journey.
It's the same exact thing. We got Parisian last night. Gino and I went on a little date. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Got some beers.
Yeah.
Watched the game. Watched the footy match.
Yeah.
It was great.
What was the final score?
I think it was 3-0.
The French
crushed the Swedes.
They're good.
Always.
You think that you brought some good luck to the team?
I had to have. I mean, it was great. It was great. It was just you're out there, you're on the street, people just drinking the street. You got the plastic cup, you got your beer.
They love their cigarettes here.
They do. I went home, I got home to our hotel and they just reeked. Just smelled like cigarettes.
Did you have any?
No, I didn't. People were doing like the skinny cigarette.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing.
All that. It's not necessarily the healthiest, Gino.
But what is healthier, Jack?
Going to the FDA, Zins are healthier, and now they can tell you about it. They can market. This news came across our desk this morning, and
you send that into the group chat with your buddies from college. They're gonna love this year. But it is a big win for Philip Morris, and I think for them to say that this is healthier, healthier than cigarettes.
It's over.
It's all the zip that they need.
Yeah, it's the zip for the Zin. It's, I mean, I just think about, cigarette ads, some of the most iconic advertising of all time back in the day. Say what you will about the morality of advertising lethal chemicals to people, but for this show, we're gonna choose to just focus on the culture, the impact culturally of the creative behind those ads. That's
okay. So yesterday you go on the record saying that it doesn't matter, like you don't have to expose whether or not you're doing paid placements on ads.
You keep saying that I said that.
And then today you're saying
you said that
the morality of cigarettes it's fine.
Well, I'm very excited to see what Zin does with this. To be able to go out there and to be able to say to the world, we are healthier than cigarettes. We can. It's almost. Do you think you can spin it in a way to be like this? Zins can help you like curb your cigarette addiction.
I think that's what the
idea would be.
I think that's what the whole idea is. You're not supposed to start. They don't want people to start to Zin or put these pouches in. So it's the wean off of the cigarettes. I think that's the route. And they also, a little interesting note, if there are any ads, which I don't even know how you would make them, where would you put them? I've never, it's so many restrictions. But actors in it can't look under 35 years old. So I'm curious,
how do we skirt that? It's
who's the one to judge?
Greece. It's like the
Same regulation, or
is there?
JR just asked if there's any alcohol that has the same regulation
of using
you having to look
actors?
at a certain age. I don't know. Maybe we can look that up. Someone in the chat look that up. But that's crazy. It's like in the movie Grease, the guy that plays the high school character and he looks like he's 40 as a 5 o'clock shadow.
Yes.
So he'd be
fine.
He'd be great. 25. You have to see for alcohol it's 25, and now for Zins or I guess all tobacco products probably
makes sense.
Nicotine.
Because it got like these flavors: chill, cinnamon, citrus, coffee, cool mint, menthol, peppermint, smooth, spearmint. Like these, like I can see the younger audiences being like, "Oh, I want to get a cinnamon flavor," or
So
sin is in.
and so, but they can't. You got to get someone who looks old. So who are you getting to, who are you getting to be like the face of Zen? You know, if it's who is
Okay,
who looks older than 35?
I just saw a TikTok or something that Mamdani is turning 35.
Wow,
So
interesting.
and that's because when you turn 35, you can run for president.
Yeah. Well, I like the idea that. Yeah, I mean that's a good idea
So
too.
maybe all the past presidents.
Yes, you must.
You must be 35.
You have to be 35, and I know for a fact
to be in the ad. Yeah. So
yeah.
all the past presidents could be.
How you could be like, what if you in the commercial were like, 10 years ago when I rented a car for the first time, you could be. So you're like,
Yes.
if you could just find ways to make it very apparent that the person is over 35. Yes. 15 years ago when I had my first legal sip of alcohol. Hi, I'm who's like 35, like Jay Farrow, or he's probably older, but Pharrell is definitely older than 35
For sure.
Just name people. Dua Lipa, like how old is Dua Lipa? She's not younger than 35. She I guess like looks young.
See that, but she doesn't. She's 30. So she looks young. So that would not.
I have a question. What if there's someone
like
like
40,
the Grease guy, who is supposed to be a 17-year-old in Greece, but he looks like he's 40? How about that? What if we got someone like who is younger but looks older?
Oh yeah, I think that would play as long as it looks older than 35.
Who decides? Who's sitting on the panel at the FDA? That's the FTC. That's like, who decides if this person looks old or this person doesn't look old?
And that's like kind of like a thing. Like that could hurt somebody's feelings. An actor out there.
100%. Well, that is kind of that whole world of like model and casting is so cutthroat and objectifying because it's like, you got to cast. You don't look young enough, or like you don't got the look that we're looking for. Someone just walks into a room and the casting directors are like, nah.
I don't know how that process works. Wouldn't you just say you don't get the job?
Sorry.
Wouldn't you just say you don't have the job?
Too pudgy. I like to think that they give notes on the spot. Too pudgy, weird looking, dumb face.
That's what they say to you, brother.
That's not. Nobody says dumb face to me. But do we think looking at like the articles and all that? Apparently, it is safer. It is like Zins are safer.
That's what they're saying. That's
there's
what the
a campaign.
FDA is
There's
saying.
a campaign that's sitting right in front of everyone's eyes, and it's using the imprint of the Zin circular tin. And you see it in everyone's back pocket.
Yeah, that's
There's
been
a campaign.
done.
Has it?
Yeah, that's been done
it's
with
been
the
done.
with the old stuff, with the real tobacco stuff.
Oh, like a dip.
Yeah, with dip stuff.
Evergreen, long green pouches, whatever.
Yeah.
They did that. I haven't seen that. Was it good?
I mean,
It was probably good.
no, just somebody told me that has happened before. I've never seen it.
Well, then I think that maybe there's opportunity for someone to do it again, a refreshed version maybe, because I don't remember it, and especially like younger people probably weren't aware of it. But I feel like that's the obvious one, right? Like that's the biggest cultural tell that someone is zenning is they have the thing. But I feel like people don't like that.
you don't want to show that you're.
People don't.
You want to hide it.
So So this is like I'm going into my rethink. Molson Coors, Kraft Heinz brain. What if we made the disguise Zin pouch can thing, where it's like you attach it to your tin and it looks like a Bible instead of, or like a pocket dictionary,
like a men's performative book.
Like in the Shawshank Redemption when Andy Dufresne opens his Bible and it's got his
the hammer,
hammer and the thing. What if you had that, but for Zin pouches? You open your Bible and it's like a placeholder for your Zen.
I think that's really smart, to be honest with you.
You bring that to like your grandma's house on Easter or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, Mima, I got my Bible. And you're like inside, just like tossing Zin.
She's like, open that up and read me a page.
Maybe Zen goes like a liquid death route.
Yeah.
Just for funsies.
What would that look like?
I don't know. They just do crazy stuff. Like if I have that idea of like the Bible with my grandma, and then I do the thing where I'm like I'm just stuffing Zins in my mouth.
Yeah.
And then your grandma's like, what do you got there? And then she gets the Zins. Now she's in the Zins. And then it's like her funeral. Like that's how it always ends up. I feel like they're always, that's very liquid death. The death part.
Well, Andy Pearson, you're gonna have to let us know if that's on brand for you guys.
Zin liquid death
collab.
collab.
Yeah.
Kith, watch out for the Kith Zen collab with Khloe Kardashian coming next fall.
Oh my god.
It's got to be, right?
Skims.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Skims and Zen.
Skims and Zen, that's the top story though. So interesting. It's amazing, like this stuff. You know, how long has Zen known about maybe this being a thing? Or is it within the walls of Zen and like the marketing? Are they like, oh my God, like all hands on deck, red alert, it actually happened. Let's go.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's
gonna
having
be a
a field
push.
day over at the Philip Morris.
And it's Zen particularly too.
Oh, yeah. Is it really?
Specifically, I mean, it says
No
specifically Zen. No other brands.
How much do you have to pay for that? Like for them to do that process?
I'm sure there's plenty of red tape.
Oh
I mean, the
my
cost of it,
gosh.
like the.
Oh my gosh.
It almost
Talk
makes
about
it not worth
bureaucracy.
it. Almost makes it not worth
Oh
it.
my god.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how it pays out. Be on the lookout. That's our thing to watch out for. Monitor that situation. We're monitoring these situations in the 2-minute drill.
Nice
Gino.
transition,
Let's
Jack.
get into it right now. It's the 2-minute drill. Everyone loves it. First one, Gino. We got Omnicom wins Adidas media account, global media account, about 500 million. Honestly, credit to digital advertising.
He broke it. Broke the news.
I found out about this from digital advertising. Obviously, raising. People are like, is he within? Is he within the walls of Omnicom? That lore. Where is he at? There's speculation around it. You know, how does he get this information?
Yeah.
But all that being said, shout out digital advertising. That's how we found out about this. Adidas media goes to Omnicom.
Yeah, here's what we found out here. It's worth $512 million here, and it comes. Omnicom takes the business away from Essence Mediacom, which is a WPP-owned shop, and we do know that WPP and Publicis were in the pitch as finalists, but neither were able to comment on the outcome.
Of course. Well,
So you had the battle of the big dogs.
It is Clash of the Titans. These things, they happen, and I think this was something that it was people had an eye on for the last few months.
Yeah.
That this was up for review. Crazy timing. It happens right in the middle of the FIFA World Cup. It happens right in the middle of like Adidas's major push. We were commenting on this. It felt like this was a turning point moment for Adidas to like really take over potentially with Nike.
Yeah.
Nike's had some really great stuff come out recently, I will say. So it's like it's a battle for sure, but I mean they're in the fight of their lives and now they're going to Omnicom for their media.
Yeah, no, it's a big get for Omnicom as the merger has just happened. Omnicom and IPG here. How much time do we have left, JR?
30 seconds.
Okay. And then I want to put out there that Omnicom recently won for media, I believe. Omnicom Media Group would be Dyson and IBM as well. So some big wins for Omnicom, Jack.
So Omnicom has IBM for media, and we just saw IBM go to Anomaly.
That's the next story.
For creative. Is that correct? Yep. Bingo. So we're going to talk about in 3, 2, 1. Stagwell. What a win for Stagwell, the feisty underdog holding company, Gino. It feels like they're just on the outside. They got the top 3, WPP, Publicis, Omnicom, and you got kind of Stagwell. I would say Havas moving in that kind of zone too, but it's a big win for Stagwell. They win IBM, and you want to talk about this one?
Yeah, I mean, Stagwell's been winning. Nicole Souza was a new head of growth over there a couple months ago. So got to give some kudos to her, friend of the program as well, Jack. But they win it. You know, remember, rewind. Ogilvy had a 32-year relationship with IBM on the creative partnership front. That was broken up with earlier this year. And now we know who got it. That would be Anomaly and Code in Theory under the house of Stagwell.
That's right. So I think the way they broke it down, Code in Theory, kind of like your nerd data stuff. Code in Theory, of course. And then the creative, the creative part, Anomaly. Anomaly, they got, Carl Johnson, Anomaly, legend. We talked with him a few months ago.
Mike Byrne.
What they're doing. And so it's big. I mean, this is a massive global account, Gino. I mean, it's like it's a holding company defining win, in my opinion. To have the creative account for IBM, one of the biggest companies in the world, Fortune 100, Fortune 200 company.
Absolutely. I was going to say, are they not Fortune 50?
It depends. I guess I don't know for sure, but they spend a lot of money. They make a lot of money. We love the IBM Watson Masters work, so we'll see how that evolves now with a new agency partner.
U.S. Open in August is when we're going to see that new work come out. So I'm
U.S.
excited.
Open in August. Wow. So that one I think is another. Also, I got a thing. Has there ever been an uncompetitive pitch?
Yeah, I mean, like if there was like, I feel like it's like if Collins like wins something just because they like.
They
like
always
mischief and Collins.
every time they write about someone winning new work, they always have to say it was a competitive pitch.
I want to know what that means. How many rounds?
How competitive? We need different things for
How many
competitive.
people? I mean, how many
Next
people
one,
lost
next story is Poly Market and Rick Rubin came together. We're admittedly late on this because we were doing all the canned stuff last week, so we're just getting to this. But this came out probably like a week and a half ago. I feel very late to it, but it's a weird. It's like the X conversations that I'm seeing are people being like, "Oh man, this is so good. This is so money, so good." I mean, I don't think it's like necessarily the greatest ad of all time. The other part of it, of course, is like Rick Rubin promoting Poly Market, which has a certain taste in people's mouth, a certain sentiment. It's like you think of Rick Rubin as like, almost anti-money, this wizard of sorts. And now he's doing this, and you're like, ooh, okay.
No, ad was great. I think it was money, and then you see the brand, and you immediately hate it. You immediately hate it.
Yeah, this is like kind of how people feel about
felt.
Coinbase sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel. Obviously, I don't feel that way about Coinbase. But no, like I just don't understand this whole Poly Market, the Kalshi worlds and stuff. And like, what is Rick Rubin doing getting behind this?
How much did they have to pay him? Like, why? I don't get it.
It's just like not good for his brand. And
doesn't
like, it
feel
was
like
a
it.
beautifully crafted commercial. I'm gonna give all the credit there, but like, I don't want to be seeing Poly Market at the end of that thing.
Yeah, it is the power of marketing. The power of marketing has never been more alive, and Poly Market and Kalshi are paying their way. They're paying their way to like trying to get through the sentiment, and they're doing it in like a very in-your-face way. Whereas like if I'm comparing it's different. It's a different thing, but like Coinbase is getting over the like crypto sentiment, but they do it in a very craftful. They do it in a much more subtle, long-term game, not shovey in your face. Like us.
They have a platform.
You need to like us.
Yeah, they have a
but
platform.
Poly Market feels like they're in culture like. Please, you must like us. Or
I don't
else.
know all I think about the brand of Kalshi is the use of like VO3 AI ad
those
people.
crazy AI ads.
Like they did that a little too much.
Yeah.
And I don't know the difference between the two brands. I don't
Yeah,
know.
there is
They're
no
all in the same
differentiation.
bucket. Like they can just pick one lane. Michelob Ultra is the beer for people that do sports.
Yeah.
Like one of these gambling things can pick a lane and own it if they
right.
just decided one day to
It's
have a
all
strategy.
very confusing. They have no strategy.
If there's
no strategy. There was a strategy here with this Meta and Kylie stuff.
Oh, yeah, we on that
I don't
now?
know. It's kind of like the taste. It's very interesting, obviously, because Snap reveals their glasses and they're fucking insane looking. They're massive.
Oh, yeah.
And then these ones, like the Meta glasses, are about 3 times cheaper.
Yeah.
And look like normal glasses, and you get Kylie to wear them and make it cool.
Yeah.
So
It's her glasses, right?
Yeah,
it's like
Meta
the
glasses. Kylie.
It's the
Meta
Kylie
glasses.
Meta glass.
And what's interesting, again, like the power of marketing. Remember when they first came out with the Meta Ray-Bans? And when I think of the Meta Ray-Bans, the original ones, I think of Zuckerberg wearing them. I feel like he was the face of it.
Yeah.
And now they're like, let's make the face of our of these glasses someone who's a fashion icon.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, you got to they have to look good for people to actually wear them.
She's wearing them. Makes sense to me. So what do you like about this? You selected this story. Do you like the marketing play? Like, do you?
I think it's
because it's just a showcase. I wouldn't even call it
just a massive launch. It's a massive product launch, and they put a ton behind it for a product that's compared to the Snap glasses, it's like $400 compared to the Snap glasses, which are like $2,200. And it's the power of marketing because you took a nerd product before with Zuckerberg wearing the glasses, you get Kylie Jenner to be the face of them, and all of a sudden now there's like millions of people that are like, these are cool. Absolutely. Immediately, like overnight. The power of marketing.
Boom.
That was the 2-minute drill, Gino.
That's all we got for it?
Always a pleasure. Yeah, 4 stories. I mean,
Do you want to expand on any of these things?
Well,
I'll give you another bonus 10 seconds.
My
or so?
whole thing was the comparison of like Poly Market with Rick Rubin.
Oh my gosh.
And then Kylie and Meta glasses. These like these massive attempts, these big swings to really try to change people's perception on something.
Yeah. You know what I'm thinking about?
What's up?
I'm changing the subject on you.
Okay.
How much money are they getting from these media wins?
What do you mean?
Like Omnicom wins Adidas Media.
Yep.
Like Like, what are they getting? What are they pocketing? Like,
I think it's
because
all-
it makes
it's-
way more money than the creative.
Yeah, I think they think they take, well, if Adidas spends 500 million in media a year, then Omnicom gets like a percentage of that spend usually. I think is how it works. I think these are always like those are probably very variable. I bet they have really complex pricing structures too.
That's interesting.
But ultimately, like, you know, they're the agency is like the middleman. Like the media agency for Omnicom is the middle person between the execution, like the buy itself, and the brand or whatever that's spending the money.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they
I
take a
just
little
wasn't
cut.
sure if
They
it
take
was
a cut.
yeah. I would like to know that for sure.
So that's why they always lead
Here's
with
the
the
total
billings
spend.
account. The billings for Adidas, they always say in those headlines, it's a $500 million account because the money that gets made by the agency is a percentage of the
What
actual
percentage
billing.
is that? Does anybody know that?
People might know.
What's
I'm
it
sure
like
there's things
average? Anybody in the comments section? Do we have anybody in this chat?
I don't know. We'll look it up. We'll
Yeah.
find out. Maybe that's a good topic for next week or the week after to go into, or we can get someone in the media world to
Yeah.
speak more on that. That's a great call. But yeah, I don't know. That world is so. It's ripe for disruption in terms of like the pricing models, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything else from you before we get into our first guest, which is Laurent Ezekiel, Global CEO of Ogilvy, fresh off Agency Network of the Year victory at Cannes Lions.
Is that our first guest? Not to call you out.
Oh, my bad. Good call. That's on me. Hand
That's
up.
okay.
Hand up.
That's okay.
First up is Mihnea. Mihnea Gheorghiu.
Mihnea.
Mihnea Gheorghiu is going to join us. He's the global CCO at Le Pub. Le Pub Milan just won Agency of the Year.
He was a jury president too. I don't think we should bring up that we submitted a can entry in his.
Was it in his?
I think it was in his field.
Oh,
So it's
yeah.
like we don't.
Oh,
I don't
should
know.
we?
If you want to get anything out right now,
it might come up.
and as you know, you guys probably know that we did not even get a short list. Was not even close for our whiteboard.
I would like.
news.
They should rank all of them. I want to
Yes.
know where. I want to be like
we were number
second to last.
number 498.
The one that was last was like a mistake. It was someone accidentally submitted.
Yeah.
Well, let's bring in Mihnea right now. Mihnea, welcome to the show.
Hey guys, can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes, all good. How are you feeling? Obviously, a big time for the agency.
34
Le Pub
Lions?
Milan, and a ton of Lions. So, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great, guys. First of all, thanks a lot for having me. I'm a big fan. And I just caught the part when you said you submitted. Well, guess what? I've had your submission in my first batch. I literally judged it. And I gave you guys a very good grade. I was hoping I would give you a lion. But unfortunately, in round 2, I didn't see it anymore.
Oh, good. Hey, Mihnea, no, I appreciate
Sorry about that, guys.
level
I
of
would've loved
transparency. To get a feedback like that on our submission on a live show is one of the more incredible moments in this show's history. But it means the world. Judging that, when you saw it, were you like, "What the hell is this?"
No. Actually, I was like, of course they did, and I thought your submission was awesome, and I think everybody kind of like knows your show, and it's so fresh, it's so cool, and I was like, yeah, these guys deserve it.
If you think about it-
I was like so happy. I'm like, this is gonna go through because everybody knows it,
That's what we were hoping
And
for.
then-
It didn't go through.
No, it's fine. It's
No,
good.
but
So
I
now
thought-
all these amazing
There's so many
professionals
great- yeah.
know us. It's like a good marketing tool that they're gonna.
Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, you submit in every
you go.
category, and then through judging, you have to know what we do. But of course, there are a lot of amazing, deserving winners, including yourself and the agency. Obviously, the work for Heineken is incredible. I guess, like, can we start there? Like, Heineken wins Brand of the Year, Le Pub Milan Agency of the Year, Le Pub globally is just incredible. Can you talk about, what is it about the relationship with the Heineken crew that allowed for such work that really people in the industry admired?
Yeah, it's been an epic year. Like we got Cannes bingo, I was specifically happy for the Heineken recognition. Like in my heart, they're Plant of the Year every year. I think it speaks numbers about the quality of the people and the vision they have in there. And I think the partnership we've built over the years, I've only been in this agency for 10 years almost. But my ex-bosses, now partners, Bruno and Christian, I've been working with them for quite a while, like maybe 15, even more, maybe 20 years. So it really speaks numbers about what it means to like actually grow and maintain a relationship and just like help each other grow with the times and keep each other relevant through the work. And I think this whole brand of the year, this is something that we started working on right after the pandemic, because that's when we kind of like started doing a lot of, we stopped waiting for the brief. I think the pandemic was we were extremely prolific during the pandemic. We were like, yo, the world is the brief, so we just kept doing stuff. We didn't wait. We knew the brand, we knew their business objectives, and we just went at it, and at some point I think 90% of the work we were doing was proactive. But careful, because like proactive sometimes has a kind of like a how to call it, like a bad rep, because it's not like having an idea in a shower and going to the client like, please, let's do this, let's win a con line. No, it's proactive in the terms of, I know exactly what you need, I understand your business, here's what you need to do. And that's how you build a partnership. And it's all built on mutual trust. It's not like you trust us blindly. Yeah, Le Pub, come and tell us what to do. No. Sometimes they come and tell us like, no, let's just not do this. Or I actually need help with this. And it's very important to be able to understand why and to somehow manage to translate that into a brief that makes sense for creatives who can come up with the right solutions for it.
Was there do you remember like any sort of pivotal moment or series of moments that allowed you all to go from, how the relationship was into doing more proactive work?
The pandemic, I think that was
Okay.
when Bram took over as the global CMO. And I think it was kind of like a beautiful and scary moment. And I think that's when the best things happened, because nobody knew what would happen. Nobody knew how much longer we'd stay locked in and so on. So we just didn't spend any time worrying. we kind of like just kept going, and we did, okay, what's the problem here? Let's do something. Let's help bars. Let's do this. So we didn't really have time to be worried. We were just excited about what are we going to do next? What are we going to do next? How are we going to do it?
Yeah.
And that kind of like started the momentum that several platforms we've started during the pandemic are still live today, like helping bars. We just move them from market to market. Wherever there are bars having certain type of issue, we just go there and help.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then there's kind of like I feel like what are like a couple of the other platforms, just for the people to refresh their memories? But because you got the bar, and I feel like the friend, this could have been a Heineken campaign is a great example of that one. What are those different platforms?
I think right after the pandemic, we had so first was socialize responsibly. Then it was a bit, because like the moment we all kind of like went back to working and everybody was remotely working and so on, I think that was another very important platform, with overworking, with work responsibly, because they just forgot there was a 9 to 6 to begin with. You're just connected all the time, available all the time. You forget that you might actually want to go and meet friends for beer. I think that continued for a number of years. We're still activating some of those in some big markets. And I think that led to sharpening even more Heineken's strategy, which is, let's go out, like our, in Heineken's DNA, they just want to get people together, have a good time. The founder, not the founder, but the one who's made Heineken green. In fact, Freddie Heineken said, I don't sell beer, I sell an impossible word in Dutch, like gezelligheid, which means roughly good times. I don't sell beer, I sell good times. So everything is around like, let's just get people out. Let's find all the tensions, all the barriers to getting people together. So those are the briefs, that's the brief. World, that's the brief, just... That's pretty much what we're doing, so whatever prevents people from like meeting in person and like have a good time socializing, we're going to tackle it some way.
Sounds like a fun brand to work on, and obviously it works, with I think I have a note here that you had like 34 lines this past year across 12 categories. Whether it's correct or not,
He's
that's
got a
on
billion
me.
behind him on his wall right now. He's got like a billion lines up
Yeah,
there.
and I think what I'm curious about as a leader across Le Pub and, all the brands of this past year, was there an idea? Tell us the idea that you're most scared to approve and send to a client.
I'm I'm no longer scared to send ideas to clients. I think like I love, like, maybe they get scared and I love getting that reaction from them. I had my days full of fear, like, I don't know, maybe 8 years ago, because we were like, oh shit, this might turn out bad. But I think it's pure excitement. I think that the simpler it is, like, if I can send it in a WhatsApp message to our partners and they get it, then I know it's a good idea. If I need a 174 slides deck to sell an idea, maybe it's not a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a good. I think
But
that's
what's an idea then, whether it was approved or not?
Yeah, like what would have
scared it?
what would have scared you?
That
Yeah.
scared a client. You said you love seeing that reaction
Yeah.
when they're freaking out. Yeah, give us something here.
I got them. I don't know. I gotta remember. I think our New York office, when they did the Real Friend billboard, I think
Yes.
it got a couple of shortlists this year. I think that
yeah.
that was a great example. With the US being like such a big market, and of course the risks are way higher.
Yeah.
I think they were a bit, wary when it comes to, like, how do we do it when we did it. But I'm very happy they did, and this is how you see, like, the power of, like, reacting to something, like just saying something in the right moment.
Yeah.
As for, like, the more global ideas, they just, at this point, everybody's sort of aligned on what the strategy is, what our business objectives are. Like, could have been a Heineken, we literally sold it on WhatsApp. That
Yeah.
was like a 16 voice note of, like, describing a plant. We were like, well, like, they thought, like, wait, are they drunk? And then whoop, could have been a Heineken. Then go, like,
So wait,
let's do.
the Heineken, could have been a Heineken. It's all about the voice notes. That campaign was sold via, like, the idea was pitched via voice note.
Of course. And then, of course, we made, like, decks to sell it into market and to, like, show, all the data and all the why this is a very prevalent social behavior and how this makes sense. But that's the beauty of it. Like, when you can land something like that. That's how I've seen the idea for the first time from the team,
Yeah.
I hate voice messages. I
too.
don't
Me
send
too.
them. I
Dude.
don't want to receive them.
It's disrespectful.
No,
it's
don't.
borderline
It's- yeah.
disrespectful,
Yeah, you
right?
think I'm gonna wait?
I don't
listen
have time for
3
this.
minutes to
Just
your-
type, man.
That
Just
feels
like, send me a.
That feels like
Short
such a
text.
thing that, like, you could see, like, creative directors doing, though, like, to, like, their team, or, like, pitching an idea. Like, I could see some people being, like, just doing, like, a 5-minute voice note, just explaining their idea.
The worst thing somebody can message you is, "Hold on, I'll send you a voice note."
Yeah, exactly. And oh no, I gotta be ready. Put the headphones on, cancel whatever I'm doing.
Oh my
Just gotta
gosh.
listen to this podcast
Because they disappear, I'm pretty sure too.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
listen. You gotta listen. I just read the transcript, actually.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Oh,
I'll just
yeah.
read the transcript, but sometimes the transcript is wrong and it doesn't. It's terrible.
But you would send that for this campaign specifically. You would forward your voice note on WhatsApp to the Heineken brand
yeah.
number,
Yeah.
and then they would give you a coupon for a beer.
Free beers.
Free
It's-
beers.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's like you should have just, if you're gonna send me a novel, should have, like, offered me a beer. We could talk about it in person.
Can I ask about
What happens if I have the issue if I don't even want to talk to them in person? Like,
This is a different.
like I'm trying to get to that because that's a whole other
Yeah.
convo. That's a whole other.
I wanted to ask about the doing, like, the real friend thing. So, like, if people remember, like, in New York, there was the friend, it was like AI wearable thing that was plastered all over the subways, and then Heineken came in and like, real friend, and you used it and you put it out, and it was so good, it went viral immediately. For you all, when you saw, like, that friend stuff taking over in New York, or the team saw it, I imagine they're like, oh my God, this is literally perfect. It's like they built this for us.
Yeah, absolutely. It was great because, like, Heineken is a very progressive brand. Like, we don't hate AI, I think it's like,
Yeah, right.
it's all about calling out bullshit when, when you see bullshit. Because I think AI is a part, like it's integrated into like the ways, like, but it's a tool, right? But when you see it like, taking over New York with like weird statements and so on, you got to do something. So it was great to see that the public sentiment was kind of like going against it as well. So I think that's why it worked so well. And I think we reacted before, and I think this is important, and this speaks numbers about Heineken, because they reacted on their DNA. They were like, no, this is preposterous. We have to say something because that's who we are. And they reacted and decided to react before they saw that the entire world, the entire New York was against it and they were defacing it and so on. So it was kind of like a very like timely and great response to it. So that spoke a lot about what Heineken is like.
So they were on it immediately, even before, like very early, even before, because it felt like it kind of like people were finding out about it, and then people started like defacing it, and then it just took off. And so by the time it took off, it sounds like you guys were, I mean, the brand and the Heineken and everyone was kind of already aligned that.
Yeah, but they were on it before it took off. I think that's really that's scary to do. I could see that's why you answered that being one of the scarier moments.
People were talking about it. This is everywhere, right? So we were like, they have 1 million outdoors all over New York subway. So we're like, let's just do one outdoor, see what happens. Boom. And then so it was great.
So you said it's all about calling out BS. So we don't always get to have on like the CCO, one of the best agencies in the world, the world, according to Can Line. What's some BS you would like to call out that you're seeing in the ad industry today?
Oh wow. I think we I mean, this is a very, very big talk, right? Because I feel like we're spending too much time, effort, and money on mediocre stuff. Like it's crazy, and then like this mediocre stuff just gets like blown to proportions, and it's like you draw the target around the arrow, at the end, and it's like, oh, everybody, that inspires even more mediocrity, and so on and so forth, because like. And it's like, end result, nobody was angry with us. That's not a result. So I think if we keep going like that, of course, AI is going to seduce everybody because the AI can do mediocre stuff like this, right? So I really think like I don't understand this obsession with not making anyone angry. Like everybody was happy. Nobody will remember anything in like 30 seconds and they will not care. But hey, at least nobody was angry. So this I don't like. Like I'd rather, like get 1,000 people to like really, really, really love us, than to just have 1 million people not give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's great.
I think that's a risk worth taking.
It's easy for the agency to say, right? Like it's not, it's not your brand.
Agree.
And that's why they would hire you. And that's why they would come to Le Pub Milan, because they're looking for that type of thinking. But I can see a lot of CMOs.
But this is why you have Heineken winning brand of the year, though.
Sure.
Like they're doing, like you do that, you build that trust, and you're aligned in the same focus, and it's kind of, and if everyone's aligned on it, it almost feels like, you're in a situation where the agency is feels like they have just as much skin in the game as Heineken probably does. I imagine at this point, that's kind of what the relationship is like.
Pretty much, because I think it's as I was saying before, is mutual trust, right? So we're gonna stand by some ideas. So there's a lot of calculated risk as well. Nobody just goes, like, woohoo, like let's jump off the cliff naked in the middle of the night. Like there's data there. There's like, okay, at any point things can go wrong, like completely unpredictable things can happen. But we're kind of doing our best. It's not just like we never do that. It doesn't matter. We can be the agency of the universe. We will never go and say this to a client. Like everything is sort of like, this can work because,
right.
And it's like, let's take this jump together. It's not like, oh, it didn't work. Ciao. We stop answering the phone calls. Like, We kind of
That'd be a
have.
good idea. I would do that for
That's
sure.
some stuff that we would do.
I'd be like, well, who?
I don't know what you're
Sorry.
talking about. That's
Yeah.
that's meek. I mean, that might be an interesting strategy. That agency doesn't exist anymore. We rebranded. We don't.
Yeah, exactly. Le Pub, who? Key? No, no, no.
Well, you guys,
Blame the interns, yeah.
you all. I mean, it is really cool. It's amazing. I mean, you're such an incredible agency. I feel like there's so much like respect for what Le Pub does, and now around the globe. And I think that's the beauty of like Cannes Lions, like for us, because we have such a American-centric POV with
I'm
all
all
this
over the
stuff.
place, though,
But
personally.
Gino's all over the place, of course. But to get the recognition for Le Pub Milan specifically is it's great for us. It's like to know like globally the impact. So
Yeah. I mean, we're a global media
I
company.
mean, you're in Paris now. Where are you saying? You're in Paris. You're in BTC.
Where
You're kind of like European in there as well. Like, I would love to have you guys over once we move to the new headquarters here in Milan. It's gonna be nice.
Just after
love that.
Dublin, we can go there.
Yeah, I've never been to Italy myself.
Same.
So
We're not too far right now.
I don't know. I don't have a good grasp of the map.
I feel like when we were in Cannes, it was like really close.
Oh, really?
I thought I looked at a
We're
map.
like 4 hours away.
Oh, wow. Well, hey,
We can
we'll
swim over
come
there.
by. Mihnea, we would love to stop by and hang out. And but thank you so much. Appreciate the
sir.
time. It was really, really great
Congratulations.
Thank
conversation.
you guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mihnea.
Love what you're doing.
Thank you.
Bye.
That was Mihnea. Mihnea, our most notably our Cannes Lions shortlist judge.
He liked our.
He liked it.
So now
I
we know a little
appreciate
bit
that.
about the judging process. There's batches. Interesting. We did not know that beforehand.
Mihnea was great. If you're just joining now, I highly recommend going back. We gave him some, we pushed on some questions,
Oh, yeah.
but Mihnea gave it to
good.
us straight. It was a great convo around the state of the industry and what they're doing at the agency itself. But our next guest, Gino,
is Laurent Ezekiel, global CEO of Ogilvy. Fresh off a huge Cannes Lion where Ogilvy was named Network of the Year across Asia, Latin America, North America, bringing home 74 total Lions. Let's bring him in to talk about all the wins. Laurent Ezekiel, welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
doing great. It's a pleasure.
Thanks
to
for
have
having me. Thank you. You can see me.
It's great. It's great. Yeah, we can see it. Well, let's start. How are we feeling? You're coming after. It's the week after Cannes. It's always a crazy week, of course. I imagine for you, you're busy as hell. But how are you feeling right now? How's the agency? How's the network all feeling after a big time week?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me. Feeling great. It was good to see you there. Look, we feel fantastic. It's a testament to our people, the hard work they've done, and to our clients over the last year. So we feel great. I think it was 81 Lions.
81 Lions.
81.
My apologies. I was
How do those get?
How do you even count?
How do
all that?
you ship those? What's like the logistics?
You gotta get a whole
You gotta go through
DHL.
customs. You gotta bring them. Do you put them in do you just disperse it among everyone's luggage?
We spread the love. We dispersed them amongst everyone.
Great.
But we feel great, and I just want to start by shouting out to our entire creative community and creative excellence community. I'm doing the show, but they deserve all the credit in the world. So an amazing group from around Ogilvy Group as well. So Liz, Joe, amazing job. The team at Gray, huge contribution. Gab and the team over there, Pancho, Keke, your first Grand Prix, which was amazing to see for Latam, Reed, Stephen Vogel, GV, Renato in health, all of you all, just huge round of applause and huge respect to each and every one of that team.
How about that Gray spot that we watched?
From Mexico City, the journalist.
Oh my goodness.
Grand Prix. I believe it was, I forget, was it Kraft?
I don't know that was incredible though.
Yeah.
That was amazing. That
You know that one?
Yeah, it was a Bullet Machine,
Bullet Machine.
La Union newspaper, 2 golds, amazing, absolutely amazing work. Actually, the sequel to some previous work that we did last year. But Gray also won Grand Prix for SOS POS, and that was
Love
fantastic.
that too. That was up for Titanium as well. Some great. Gray's crushing it. Shout out to Gabriel Schmidt over there.
You sit in you sit in the position where you're global CEO of Ogilvy, so you see the whole the whole horizon of Ogilvy globally. So is there anything like about the work that was award winning this year, the 81 lines? Did you sense like any threads, any themes about what was the work that was most impactful coming from Ogilvy?
Yes. So first of all, yeah, it's a privilege to sit where I sit. I
Yeah.
mean, our people, like I said, our agencies, are just absolutely phenomenal. You can mention every brand that we have. It's just amazing in their own right, and collectively even stronger. I can actually. I would say a couple of things. One is the integrated nature of the work. So I think what won this year and what's winning for us, I'm speaking for Ogilvy Group at the moment, is work that has depth and breadth across capabilities. That's something I think that really stands out. Social in nature, includes film. I think that's the epitome of Ogilvy, that integrated feel, or that integrated nature of the work, I think. The other thing is a long-lasting impact to the work. I mean, if you take the Vaseline work, very successful last year, very successful in the shows, as you know, you were there at the one show on the run up to Cannes. Lasting impact on the way that Vaseline structure their business, the way they think about creators, the way that they think about product. So that for me has been something that's moved along quite a lot this year, is that sort of lasting impact and integrated nature of the work. Those two things I would call out.
Yeah.
So yeah, you think about like the build up to this year and what won this year may have a big part of it or contributing factor is like the years of build up to it and like what the lasting impact of the work that came before this work that almost it creates a little bit of a domino effect, and you build sort of the foundation, and then the award winning work might be that's what wins the award, but what doesn't win the award is maybe all of the campaigns that led up to it and like the lasting part of whatever
Yeah.
that brand is the story they're trying to tell.
Yeah, it's very satisfying to win, in chapter 2 or chapter 3 of a campaign, and I think it shows that it shows it's working. If we're sticking to the same angle on the campaign, it's just a different story we're telling.
I'm curious, you're the CEO. So what I'm going to do is label the CEO as the person that like retains clients and gets new clients. You keep business rolling. Is that a fair assumption for the purpose of this conversation?
I think that's part of it. I also think and again, credit to the team, but I think it's my job to support and focus on the best levels of creativity that we can do. And the 2 points are linked. The point you just made,
Yeah.
especially for Ogilvy. I mean, that's what we do. That's who we are. It's Ogilvy. So
Yeah.
That kind of answers my second part of the question, which is I would also consider for the purpose of this conversation, the economy might be a little bit down.
Sure.
That fair, Jack? You're the
Sure.
finance guy
Yep.
over there. Economy might be down. So I was going to ask you, Laurent, like how do you keep continuing ensuring that clients have an appetite for these creative ideas, these bigger ideas where they could be perceived potentially as a risk? But you've already answered, it seems like Ogilvy does this for a living. They've done this for decades and decades and decades, so it might be built into the DNA. But I would love to hear your POV on this.
yeah, and I think it's about. I think the more you're not wrong. It's not the easiest environment out there. But the more integrated the work, I think, the better for us, the better for our clients, the bigger business impact. So that's our focus. That's definitely our focus, and we're on a good run. We've had a great year. Some of the wins we've either won directly or contributed to as part of a WPP endeavor, collaborating with our partners across our creative agencies or our media agencies. So we're on a good run, and it seems to be working well.
So what does keep you up at night? Even as like the network of the year, what are the things that you need to keep thinking about and be proactive about, prevent things from happening? What's on your mind keeping you up at night, Laurent?
Yeah, an enormous amount, and not just Arsenal results, but well, I hope we can talk about it a little bit on the show.
Of course.
Look, you're right. It's a momentum business, and ever since Friday night, I've been thinking, and it's kept me up. How do we build from here? Where do we go from here? What can we how can we build on this, for our people, for our clients, for the business at large, for WPP at large? What can we do? What more can we do now? We have momentum. It's fantastic. We won, of course, but day one was Monday morning, and in fact, I had some exchanges with a couple of clients that I won't mention their names, but we use that term. It's okay. This is day one. What do we do from here? I've had some emails today from some of the teams already regrouping. What did we learn? Where do we go from here? So there's a hell of a lot that keeps me up, even after a week like last week. We've got to build on the momentum. That's very important.
Interesting. It's like a whole new year now.
That's what I said. Laurent, I had a thought that the advertising calendar, the New Year's is the Monday after Cannes. That I was like, we should have, they have like the Gregorian calendar, you have the Mayan calendar, the advertising calendar. The first day of the advertising calendar is the Monday after Cannes. Laurent, would you co-sign on that?
Look, I would co-sign on where our clients, what their calendar is. Because
what their fiscal calendar
That's right.
is.
Yeah, their fiscal year. That's right. That's smart. That's a great answer.
It's the hopefully true answer, because I don't know that July 1 or I guess it was the 29th of June, Monday, is day one for our calendar or our client's calendar.
And we just start it all over.
Rebuild. In a way, I wish that was the case. But
no, you have to look at the registration deadlines. It's a whole different thing.
No, it's a totally. No, of course.
There's so many different deadlines.
I do want to. And speaking of clients, like, how much does these kind of creative awards matter to the brands and the clients that you're working with? I think there's like a lot of talk about that right now, like the whole awards system in advertising. People have their gripes with it and whatnot, but I guess you speak with clients all the time, every day. How much does it matter? Like, how much weight does it hold to be able to get these recognitions for the agency and brand relationship?
If the work was on brief and was meant to drive business impact and it's been successful, it's very important to our clients. David Ogilvy spoke about doing the best work of our lives and doing it together, and that together is internally here at Ogilvy and with our clients. So it matters. And I think it matters when you're Ogilvy. It matters when we strive to do the best work in the industry, to be in a league of our own in that sense. To drive business impact absolutely matters in that respect. And I can assure you, I've had conversations this week with clients, and who have won last week, who are very successful last week, who want to build on that success to help drive their business.
It's a momentum. It's a momentum game for sure. Yeah, I guess that makes a lot of sense. I think that's a fair way to look at it. Like the awards are the output or the result of doing something that drove business impact and moved the business forward and was done in like a creative way that solved the challenge.
You would hope so. I mean, our entry didn't.
We don't need to dwell on that. We need to move forward. Like the whole thing I'm learning from Laurent right now is like, you got to think about what's next.
Keep the ball forward. Arsenal's offensive strategy.
Speaking of, Laurent, your team, Arsenal. What a run! That you got to be feeling good.
You got to be feeling good, but so I'm glad you're bringing up sport, because I can speak better about that. But you go again, right? It's like any good sports team, you go again. Like, it was a very, very, very long season for us at Arsenal. It was a very long season in the creative awards season, but you go again now, and you build on that. You have to, and we will.
I got a great question here. If you were to label Ogilvy as a Arsenal player, which player does Ogilvy best represent to you?
It's a tough one.
Ooh, that is a tough one. I would say I'm gonna
have you do VML too.
Just every single.
We're gonna do all the WPP agencies.
Every single agency.
Yeah. Oh my God, I don't know if I want to go through every agency.
No,
just Ogilvy. You have to do Ogilvy though. Yeah.
I'd say Dennis Bergkamp. His style of play. He knew how to play beautiful football and win, and that's the thing. And I think Ogilvy does the same thing. We play beautifully, we create beautiful work, and we win. There you go. That's your answer.
That's great. That's perfect, Laurent.
That's fun. It's fun stuff.
Thank you for humoring us with that. But it'll
be a good graphic.
Great. Yeah, that'll be a great graphic. Laurent, appreciate you so much. It is always a pleasure to chat with you.
Thank you, sir.
And congrats on a great week at Cannes. and to the whole network, the whole creative team and creative community at Ogilvy. Absolutely deserve this. So incredible work, and thanks again for taking the time to join us.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for all you're doing and your great success. See you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sounds good.
Cheering for you
Thank
guys.
Cheers. All right, Gino, our next guest is in person, live here at BETC Paris. Who do we got?
Florent Imbert is the CCO of Maison
sir.
BETC New York. Hello, sir. How's it
Here you
going?
go. I'll wrap this over this way.
It's
and
the
then
BETC outpost in the United States, launched in 2024. Mason BETC New York just launched last month a global campaign for premium Japanese whiskey brand Hibiki. That's good stuff. Do you like that stuff?
I do like it, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
we're fans. We're fans of it for sure. I like I was saying in the beginning of the show, like the label is
Oh,
great.
it's beautiful.
It looks
good.
premium. It feels great when you're drinking it.
We need a
I
premium
feel
agency
great.
to work on that too.
That's right. That's right.
It's got to have high craft, high creativity.
Absolutely. I mean, no, I was a huge fan of the brand before working for Hibiki, so it's an absolute pleasure to work for them. And to your point, I think there is so much craft in the product itself. I mean, the liquid, obviously, but the bottle, the label. They've been collaborating with an artist, Eriko, a washi artist who created the label for Hibiki, like when they launched the product in 1989. So there's so many backstory in the product. So it's an absolutely pleasure to work for them. And so we created the first campaign this year for them, and we are already working on the next one.
Oh, nice.
We'll launch in 2027.
How'd you initially win the work? Where does the relationship come from?
We had a pitch. It was a kind of interesting pitch in the sense that they didn't ask to see any creative work. It was purely chemistry.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it was, we were on the table with the client and we talk about our process, the way we want to approach the brand. And we had the good surprise that a few weeks later, they called us saying, we want to work with you. So it went super fast. And the collaboration had been smooth since day one, in the sense that we did one creative presentation and they bought one direction right away. We refined the direction for months. I think we created like up to 200 variations of the same visual. But the relationship is amazing. They always say that they want a real long-term relationship with us. Like they project themselves like collaborating with us for over 10 years, which is so rare in our industry.
Wow. They started off that conversation like that?
Yeah.
They're looking for their everything.
It's
That's
also
how you start conversations.
That's how I started first date.
that would be a bit scary
That
for
would be a
dates.
bit scary. But for this it makes sense, especially like you see all the work that has had a ton of success and drives a lot of impact from Cannes Lions, and it's like these are agency brand relationships a lot of times that have been going for a decade or 5 to 10 years. So I guess it makes sense. Did they say maybe why? Was there a particular reason around being like kind of that forthcoming that they want it to be like 10 years, like that idea?
It's also, I mean, it's obviously a Japanese brand and the Japanese culture is so different. They love to find partner and collaborate with them for long term. We are, I think, the first non-Japanese agency working for them, which is a big deal. And so there's a sense of responsibility, and we really want to be up to their standard. And I mean, they never explain precisely why, but I'm so excited that they can project themselves like working with us for maybe not 10 years, but multiple years.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of the things BTC is good at. We had a relationship with clients for like Lacoste for over 20 years, for instance. And so it's something we always discuss with the client when we pitch. Like we love to imagine ourselves collaborating for a really long term, not just for one shot and one campaign. Yeah.
Interesting.
Help us understand. So the structure here, Maison BETC versus normal BETC. What's your role? Just give us the 10,000 foot view.
The story behind Maison BTC is we launched Maison BTC in New York, as you said, 2024. And we also had this luxury agency within BTC here in Paris, which was called BTC Étoile Rouge. So we renamed BTC Étoile Rouge Maison BTC a year ago. So now Maison BTC is a small network within BTC. So we have one office in New York, one office in Paris, and in Shanghai.
And you're the CCO?
I'm the CCO of Maison BTC in New York.
Got it.
I'm working and collaborating with Paris, obviously. I'm doing some pitches for Paris as well.
Yeah. It's
But,
all, you're all working
But
together.
so Paris is we're an office of, I think we're 120 people within the BTC office for Maison BTC. And in New York, we have 15 people.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
And you're based here.
I'm based in New York.
You're based in
I've been in New York for 15 years. I still have a really strong French accent again here, but nothing I can do against that now. But
So
I'm French American.
what are you doing here in Paris right now?
I was in Cannes last week. I was in July.
Nice. And you wanted to hang out.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we had the same idea.
We could have done. Yeah, this is great.
We had the same exact idea.
Well, I guess how does it feel to be here, be a part, like at the HQ, if you will? Like, does that provide like a different type of energy for you? What does that do for you when you go back to New York?
It's so different. Because we are 15 in New York. Here, I think there's something like 1,500 people
crazy.
working in BTC Paris. So the energy is completely different. And yeah, I mean, sometimes it's weird for me to go from one office to the other because it's really a different dynamic. I love the small office that we have in New York. I love to keep it small, collaborate with all the different employees that we have. When here, I mean, I don't know everyone here. It's impossible to know everyone.
No.
But at the same time, there's such a huge energy here. And still it's huge, but the founder are still part of the company. Stefan, the CCO, is also like really involved in everything. Mm-hmm. So I'm still amazed that I think BTC is BTC because they are still capable to be in touch with everyone and to keep everything at a human level, and which I really love about BTC.
Yeah, it's got a lot. There's a lot of. I feel like this building. It's got a lot to it, and then you got like your outposts. So like, what is how do you have the team set up? The 15 people in New York, and you say like you don't necessarily want to hire 1,000 more people, but how are you thinking about scaling the agency?
And differentiating the brand
to me,
too.
The New York office is it's almost an experimentation in the sense of what an agency should be in the future. Like to keep it small, using all the new tools that we can use right now. So that's why I'm not projecting myself of increasing the size of the agency to 100 or 200. No, I think at top, I think will be 50 people. Because I mean, I love to be involved in every piece of work we're creating and to have a small team involved in each of the projects. So to me, it's a real experimentation. And it's super exciting to approach it that way.
What's the opposite of that then? If the teams are not involved in the work, is that like outsourcing? Is that like bringing contract? What does that look like? If this is what the future agency looks like,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
What's the agency of the past?
Yeah, what's the BS agency of the past?
No, in the sense that I mean, we all know where the industry is going with the AI and everything. So I think all this new tool allow us to keep the team a little bit smaller, to be able to handle much more work than we used to in the past. Not saying that I want all my employees to work much more than they used to. That's not the point. I think it's just there's something weird about it because in the sense I feel that I'm much more involved in the craft than I used to be, thanks to that, and I'm much more involved in the work with my creative. We spend much more time doing some research before starting crafting the work now.
Yeah.
And I kind of love that. That's what I see. That's where I see the biggest difference with the past.
Yeah. So you kind of, I see kind of what you're saying about you want to be a part or like being able to see or touch all the work. Because at the end of the day, I think the value almost of the creative agency is becoming all about like what your creative taste is and like your thinking and ideas and like how you can go out and make it beyond strategy and all that. And when you build a reputation for your creative taste, and that's like your big differentiator, then if you hire 100,000 people, then it gets distilled and watered down, and then you have no taste. If everyone has different sort of things going on. So I kind of get what you're saying there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's the point. I think you need to have a strong vision. And creative in the past always has this strong vision. Obviously, I'm not saying that it didn't, but I think the future model is mostly based on strong talents with strong vision.
Yeah, and that's like, I think like in our conversations, in contrasting that to like how BETC is set up here, you have 1,500 people, but it sounds like in our conversations, it's like being very intentional about each team, creative team is small.
Yeah.
Keeping that small. Like you can leverage the power of the network and everything that comes with that, but each team has to be like its own little pocket.
Yeah, I mean,
Otherwise, it just creates too much tension.
For every agency, we're going to say that, but I really feel that I worked for many agencies in the past, and what I think is really different is the fact that we approach each subject differently, and we try to find the best team possible for each subject.
Right.
I had a conversation yesterday with a client who just won, and they were a little bit worried to work with BTC because we are huge, and they're worried to be just one small client within the big corporation. I say, no, not at all. That's the opposite, because by working with BTC, you access a pool of talent, and we can just try to find the best one and to create the best team for you and you only. And I love that. Absolutely, there is a respect of the client, and there is a respect and a love for the work here that I truly respect.
Interesting.
Where else have you worked?
I worked at Gheorghiu Thompson, New York. I worked at Marcel in Paris. I worked at Annex in New York, Annex 88. Publicis Conseil.
Yeah.
Younger I became.
Yeah. And you've been in New York for how long?
15 years.
What have you learned about advertising in the US compared to in Europe?
I love that the rules are super clear in the US. But it's true for advertising, but it's true for, I think, the American society at large. In the sense that you have rules, you follow the rules, and it's super clear. When in France, there's so much passion that sometimes it's getting blurry. And sometimes we are getting outside of what we're supposed to do, and which can be super lovely.
May I clarify? Are you talking about the rules from the brief, like from the client brief rules?
Both sides.
Or as social rules? Like
No, it's not only the social role, it's just, I mean, as a creative director, you have a clear role. A creative has a clear role, a director has a clear role, a copywriter has a clear role. And in the US, everybody is going to do what is best for the agency and to achieve the goal. And you work with one goal, it's just to do the best work possible for the agency. It's sometimes a little bit more complicated in France to do that. We are too passionate sometimes. And yeah, I don't want to say that France is difficult to work with, but sometimes it is.
Yeah,
and I truly love that about the US. And I fell in love with the US as soon as I started working in the US. And yeah.
Yeah, people are passionate. People are passionate about their, in France, it feels like, there's that attention to detail, like we were talking about, and
which is amazing as well.
Yeah.
Like it's like, I mean, I'm sure you spoke with Stefan, for instance. He's such a character, so passionate about things. He can speak for hours about like an idea, a little detail, the sense of craft and everything. And I love that about French people. We can speak about everything for hours.
Yeah.
I mean, that's our culture. Like it's having a dinner on the table and drinking and smoking and talking about everything. And and that we can speak about everything for hours. And
People, at least in Paris, really love cigarettes. Really, a lot of cigarette smoking, which I can appreciate. It just looks cool.
It's
looks
social.
cool. It looks cool. And it's like you sit out, you smoke the cigarette, you talk, you have good conversations. They're like sophisticated conversations. Come with ideas. Gino and I sit down and talk, and we're just talking about nothing.
I remember when I had my first interview with Gheorghiu Thompson, New York. It was via Zoom, or I don't know which we used at the time, and I smoked during the meeting. And I remember like the girl in front of me was shocked. And I didn't really understand at that point why she was shocked. And now I understand because...
in the office?
You were smoking?
No, I was at home and I was smoking in my apartment like every Parisian people do. And now I feel that it was absolutely wrong to do that. But at the time, no, for me, it was absolutely normal
You're
to do it.
stressed out. It's a stressful environment.
That's like the coolest thing you could do. That was the coolest. You don't realize how cool that is.
At least I didn't open a bottle of red wine, but just a cigarette.
Like smoking the cigarette and like drinking the wine.
Oh my God.
Wait, it was with like a recruiter? So it was probably like what? Like the first...
Yeah, I got the job.
Yeah, I got the job. Of course, he got the job. He's the coolest guy.
Yeah, of course.
That's really funny. So
you should be endorsing the cigarette smoking as much as you are, but
well, I'm just saying it's cool, and I will say
that would be an endorsement.
I'm not endorsing it. I'm just saying it's very cool. This is not advice to junior creatives looking for a role.
No, don't do that. I stopped smoking. Actually.
Yeah, nice. Oh, great.
Yeah.
How has that journey been?
It was easy, actually.
Oh, okay. It's easy.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm still shocked that I stopped.
I don't know why everybody thinks it's such a big deal.
I think it is, but I'm still shocked. It was so easy for me.
Interesting, but you still, you have to love the Japanese whiskey though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bring
course.
back the Japanese whiskey.
Yeah, I love the
Yes.
Japanese.
That's
whiskey.
the good stuff.
Is it hard to come into Paris when like everyone's smoking? There's more cigarette smoke going on.
No, I'm fine now.
Are you digging back into the...
I mean, I was just.
You went
Going
back
down a different route there with that line of questioning. But I mean, I think that's such an incredible story. The Zoom interview, that's really great.
So you go back now. You were at Cannes,
Yeah.
and you're hanging out here with us.
Yeah.
You go back to New York. When do you go back?
When am I going back?
Yeah.
In about 10 days.
And you go back in 10 days.
Yeah.
What are you hoping to do when you're back in 10 days?
I mean, it's like every creative coming back from Cannes, you just are, such this energy, which is unique to Cannes. A little bit of anger at the same time, because you've seen so many incredible projects that you say, I want to do that, and they want to do that. So going back to the office, I think I want to regroup my creative, have a conversation, like showing the work and trying to set some goal for next year and trying to do the best work possible. I'm a craft lover, and I want to. I think that was the intention with the work with Betc, like to create something truly beautiful, truly representative of Japanese artistry. And so, I mean, I want to do that more and more. That's something weird about the world we're living right now. There is AI coming, taking so much space, but at the same time, I think craft is more and more important.
Oh yeah.
And it's, when you look at the work this year at Cannes, I mean, there's so many incredible work like just truly based on craft, like the Apple TV Grand Prix for
Redesign.
for design. I mean, it's just like pure craft, and so that's what I want to do more and more.
And it's like, it is something that I feel like consumers are more appreciative of now. I feel like consumers, the average person, I think, is way more hyper aware of how someone made the thing that they're watching because of the influx of AI and kind of like slop, and people are rejecting it. And so with that, they need to turn to something that feels very human, craft led.
Yeah.
Whereas like maybe in the past, I think there could be the argument that the craft in like in a creative maybe didn't have the same impact like the normal everyday person that's just passively consuming ads or content.
Yeah.
But now it feels like because of the pendulum swing of all the content with AI, that consumers are now way more hyper aware.
And it's so meaningful. Like
Yeah.
going back to Apple, I mean, just you could have done the same thing, but it's not exactly the same thing, but just in an hour, pressing and finding the right prompt. No, they decided to do it and to take the time and to using real material and to work and again and try again and again and again. And I think at the end, even if people don't know it, they see it, there's something different. And it's meaningful for the brand to do that. I think it's super important, mostly for a brand such as Apple. I think it's...
Yeah, they set the tone.
My final question is around thinking about that, craft, moving you can move faster with like all the tools that we have now, but you also like with the craft side, it's almost like you want to move slower on that and like make sure you get it right and be precise. Is there any sort of philosophy that you live by when it comes to balancing moving at speed with the work that you're doing and getting it out there versus making sure and being precise and making sure it's crafty?
I mean, I don't know if there is a rule. I mean, I think I have the chance to work mostly for luxury client, and craft is essential and key for this type of brand. So it's kind of sad to think about that, but I think the real craft and real project, like shooting in 35mm, will be reserved to only luxury brands in the future. And for that reason, I think I'm working at the right place in the sense that I'm working for luxury client, and I love that, and I want to keep pushing the craft as much as I can. Even if I'm using AI tools, I'm not gonna lie, we are all using them. It's a great tool, but it's like real craft never gonna be replaced by that entirely. It's impossible.
Right. Well, appreciate you so much taking the time. Absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Is it Florent? Florence?
Florent.
Florent. Wow, sorry.
No,
feel terrible.
Even my wife, she's American. She cannot pronounce my name, so
Florent.
you can call me Flo.
I apologize.
Oh, no, it's totally fine.
Okay, Flo, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Absolute legend. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
we'll
sir.
take the,
Thank you.
we can
Take
take
the
the
mic
mic
Yeah.
as well. Flo, legend. That was great. I mean, we talked about everything. Cigarettes, talked about all the work that they're doing, and so Flo, appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you, sir.
What a show, Gino.
I got an idea. I was
here we
sitting
go.
down for an ad agency.
Yeah.
There'd be no computers allowed. Think about that.
Let's talk through this. Let's see if we can figure this one out.
You talk about craft,
get
analog movement.
into the mind of Gino.
You create an agency with 10, 15 people, and nobody has a computer. And I would call it something like 10 business days or business days, because it's going to take business days for us to get back to you.
We don't have a website.
No.
No,
It's just like letters, and like you're going to get the ads printed or whatever.
Rich Silverstein would love this.
Yeah. I think people would buy it. It'd be super expensive.
Yeah, and you only do like one project a year.
Yeah, like a Studio Ghibli.
Okay. Yeah, you just do one or two projects a year, and they're
the best.
But they're the best.
They're handmade.
because you don't.
And if it's not that good, you could say it's handmade, and we'll have like
People
somebody,
love
like, an intern, like creating like a behind the scenes of like how we made your ad.
Yeah,
with
and you
oil,
live in
like,
this collective.
watercolors.
And it's like you live in there, and maybe like there's one person. Maybe you're like kind of the person that is.
I'm gonna be
the
on my
leader.
phone.
You're the leader, and then everyone kind of lives in this studio, and you go through. You have your daily rituals. You eat together. Everyone, obviously, you want to all kind of have a similar look.
They have to like me
everyone
too, and
dresses
like kind of
the same.
like kind of worship. The work. They worship the work.
They worship the
And
work.
I approve the work.
That's
so
right.
they-
That's right. And then ultimately, like, you can't. Once you come in, it'd be tough. Like, you can't really necessarily go on from that job. So you kind of just have to stay.
Yeah.
But then you're all building together. And if you want to get a new member, obviously they're paying you to be able to be a part and like do the best work of their life.
Yeah,
So
they pay
also-
into it. It's kind of like a triangle.
It's a reverse funnel system.
There's
It's a reverse
there's
funnel.
kickbacks.
There's kickbacks,
Longer,
and the more people that you bring in, of course, you're going off referrals. So like if you can bring in a couple members and they bring in a couple members, all of a sudden we got something.
We actually only do sweepstakes.
We do. Gino, one of your great ideas. Enter this sweepstake. If you're a brand, every brand. I feel like sweepstakes were such a big thing with like cereal boxes. The sweepstake though. You do this big campaign and you say, we're going to do a sweepstakes for Frosted Flakes, and you get to go into a lottery. If you win the sweepstakes, you get put into a lottery. In that lottery,
I won. Okay, now you're actually in the second round of the sweepstakes, mega sweepstakes.
Sometimes they say like, you win the chance to go to the Bahamas.
And then you reveal, well, we actually had signage that says some locations need to like opt into participating, and we didn't really opt in to
Yeah, and then you scan this QR code, give us your email address to enter you into a mega lottery, the mega
sure.
ball.
We have
Mega
so
ball
much
lottery.
data from it.
So by the time you're through this funnel, I know everything about you. That first party data is incredible.
Think
the name
about
of the
it.
game.
Brands do that for sure. I know they do.
Sweepstakes.
Some brands do that.
Those sweepstakes, who's winning? Who's doing those?
I've never won anything like
I
that.
don't think anyone's even entered.
The Crush Cups.
Remember the
Danimals?
old things with like the
Danimals yogurt Crush Cups. Like,
we weren't a Danimals family. I was not a Danimal.
it was like, I crushed Alien. Levin loves that one.
Levin,
Yeah.
Levin.
But that was a sweepstakes.
Levin's favorite M&M character is the green M&M, same as Susan Cradle, who created the M&M character.
That's right. We interviewed Susan Cradle, Lion of St. Mark, at Cannes. When was that? Like last week?
That was about a week ago. So this is it, and
This is it.
for those that are live right now, we are taking off next week.
How's that
There'll be no
make you
live
feel?
show. There'll be no live show next week. Our first vacation for the company since we decided to go full time.
That's right.
About 2 years ago.
That's right. That means there will be no live show. This is the last live show ever until July 13th.
Until July, I think it'd be 14th. Is Tuesday. We'll be back to our regularly scheduled
Are
program.
should we think about shifting it to 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern time?
I was thinking about this.
I'm thinking about it.
The only thing is, I kind of like when we do it in the middle of the day because I don't have to like wait around all day for us to do the show.
Yeah. You get injured in the morning.
I could get injured in the morning. If we do it earlier in the day, it limits the opportunity for me to get injured. I don't know. I think we keep it at 11 for now. If anything, I could see us doing like 12 maybe.
Big changes to come potentially when we're back.
Everyone's schedule. Oh my God, people are probably like, dude, stop changing the time. It was 9 a.m. and now it's 11 a.m. It's noon. Just pick a freaking time. It's like, be on strategy for once, dude.
Yeah.
You're
You're like the Kalshis.
No, don't say that I'm the Kalshi of advertising podcasting.
Of new media.
I think, what are we gonna do? Gino and I will be. Don't worry, we'll be together on the time that we're off, in case anyone was worried.
Same Airbnb.
Same Airbnb, probably the same room.
Yeah.
That
We're going to Lisbon tomorrow. And then after that, we're going to Dublin for our buddy's wedding.
we're emceeing.
Yeah. Well, we're on the clock, you know. We're
I
still
know,
working.
even when we're off the clock, now I gotta write bits.
We're not charging him. We're not charging him.
Yeah, that is a.
We'll do your wedding, but we'll charge you. For sure. Talent fee. Not much. It's honest work.
And then
though.
and then you got JR and Ellie, production crew. The
Ellie's
team that makes it happen.
she's going to London, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think JR's going to probably like he's going as far away as possible.
He's going to Brooklyn.
From any screen.
He's gonna spend time in Brooklyn the whole
To
time.
find himself in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I mean, this crew.
Get lost to find himself in Brooklyn.
The Washington Post, we had a very great article. Thank you to the people at Washington Post, creators wrote about us and the can stuff. And the picture that they used is like a picture of like the behind the scenes of like us interviewing Jessica Jensen in Cannes. And you just see just a mountain of wires, cables. JR like profusely sweating. It's like
These wires that we have in this company is
like,
absurd.
Like this live, people are obsessed with this live stream, and it's just the most chaotic setup of wires, and just it looks like someone's having a psychotic episode.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's like we're hacking into the mainframe right now.
It's like the people that are in production that probably saw that are like, what the fuck are they? Why do they have? They have wires just to have wires.
Yeah, it's performative wiring.
It is. It's a good way to put it.
It is. You know, WPP stands for wires and plastic parts.
Yeah, isn't that wild? Mm-hmm. That was the original.
That's like.
thing. And then what
We're
was the
kind of like
guy's?
WPP in that.
Dude.
That's what we are.
I mean, if we sold off all of our assets, like Allbirds did, it would just be our wires alone, like our copper wiring.
Oh
would
my
be
gosh.
worth at least scrap metal, like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yes. Are you bumping up the valuation of the B&E?
Yeah. Yes. For those that are concerned, any acquisition targets,
Yes.
just know that you're
Omnicom,
just getting out.
we're looking at you,
wires.
John Wren.
You're just getting, it would align with WPP.
Yeah,
Wires.
WPP, wires and plastic parts.
Well, that's the show. Appreciate everyone. We've been live from BETC Paris. Incredible hosts, incredible agency, massive building, dope as hell. If you're in Paris, come check them out. They've got like a museum in the bottom floor too, like an art exhibit sort of thing. It's awesome. It's incredible.
It's nice.
And they've been great. So BETC.
Check them out. I would love to freaking work here one day.
Seems great. A lot of
I
people
was
come into the
breaking in.
office. Yeah.
Like from the US, I don't even know what type of paperwork you would need to do that. But if you could figure that out.
What would be harder paperwork? Coming and going from America to working in Paris, or getting the FTC, FDA to allow you to market that you are more healthy than cigarettes?
Both are a battle. I think it'd be easier to get to work in France.
Yeah, agreed.
I think people have done that.
Agreed. Not only one brand can say that there's healthier than cigarettes in the nicotine pouch game, and that is Zyn, which we led the show with, and we had a great slate of guests, some beasts, legends of the industry. Mihnea, Gheorghiu from Le Pub, global CCO, asked him some big time questions about the industry, what he thinks, and also how his agency won Agency of the Year, Le Pub Milan. And then
I asked Laurent Ezekiel, the global CEO, what keeps him up at night.
Yeah. What he's thinking about.
Global CEO of Ogilvy, that won Network of the Year. What does he want next? How is he going to get more from this?
And then Flo Imbert is the Maison BETC co-founder. It's like their New York City outpost, smaller agency. They're doing cool work.
Boutique.
Yeah, boutique.
Luxury.
Talked about he got a job, and the first interview he was smoking a cigarette on the Zoom, which is the dopest thing you could possibly do.
Got to do it. Got to do it to him.
Well,
Had to do it to him.
Thank you all so much for joining live.
We're on vacation now.
If you missed it, YouTube, Apple, and Spotify.
Let's freaking go.
Every day is a vacation when you're doing the live show for this crew. So thank you so much, and we will see you July 14th. Tuesday, July 14th, back to our regularly scheduled
11
programming
a.m. Eastern time.
at HQ in New York.